Hello, 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 and welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be talking to you all about how I drive as a disabled person because you might be interested in that. If you're looking for a Top Gear type video with lots of information about the what's-its and the horsepower and the cc's and the dipsticks, then this video is not for you because I don't know that much about cars, but I know how to drive and I know how I drive as a disabled person. So sit tight and let me give you a little tour of my car and I will show you exactly how I drive. So this lovely car here is the Nissan Qashcai and I highly recommend this car. It is great because it's a great size. It's big enough for the dog, the child, the husband and the wheelchair and baggage. Bit of a squeeze, but it fits it all in. It's also very nippy. It's a 1.6 turbo petrol, so it has the same kind of speed as a 2-litre diesel, but it's just that little bit more nippy. I only need it for short journeys around the town, school runs and things like that. I'm not going on big, long, massive drives, so a little nippy petrol engine is perfect for me. I love the colour. It was really, really sunny this morning, but it's not so sunny now and it's really cold. But the colour is blue, but then it kind of sparkles kind of purple in the light, which I really, really love. The other thing I really, really like about it is that it is a sort of a 4x4 style car, so you're a little bit higher, which for me makes it easier to transfer in and out. Also, I think it looks kind of cool as well. Now let me take you around and show you all the bits and bobs that I think are a really good thing to look for if you have a disability. Okay, so one of the first things that I would definitely highly recommend, and it's the first time I've had it on a car that I've had, and this is the keyless entry. So if you've got your keys in your bag or in your pocket, you can still open the car by pressing a magic button like this. Magical! Which I'm sure you'll know if you're using your hands to get yourself around in your wheelchair. It's quite tricky in the pouring rain just to stop, get your keys out and look for them and everything like that. So this keyless entry is an absolute godsend. This is the boot, which also has the keyless entry. Can you hear that? So here is the really nice big boot, so it can fit my wheelchair in, the dog, shopping and all that jazz. Now I'm going to show you the inside, which is very exciting. I don't know about you, but I love looking at cars and things. But now I'm going to show you the adaptations that I have and what I use to drive. So obviously I don't use my feet at all, I'm using my hands to drive. So let me show you. So it has the keyless start stop, so you just put your keys in your pocket or whatever, you don't have to worry about getting them out of your bag, and you just press the button and you can start the engine. Oh, hear that baby roar! But this here is my accelerator pedal, so you just pull it to accelerate, and it's attached down there to the pedal, so it's pulling or pressing on that pedal, and then you push down to brake. And here is the indicator switch as well. You can see there, so you click there. You've got your pedals as normal. However, this is the accelerator pedal and I can flick that out of the way and then my foot can rest there nicely without having to worry about the pedal. But then it can come down again for my husband to drive. No problemos there. So the next thing that I will talk about that I've had adapted is the steering ball. Nice knob there. Which you can steer with. You just pull it round to go around to steer, and it does come off as well, although I actually never take it off. I think my husband quite likes having the steering ball. He's the only one that drives it. I would highly recommend you have the indicator switch, because you are holding onto the steering ball with one hand and you're holding onto the push pull accelerator with the other hand. So to flick the indicator switch as normal is really tough, and especially if you've got your hand coming round as you're going round a corner, it's very hard to then flick the indicator switch. So yeah, on my first car I didn't have the indicator switch for like a week or so, and it was almost impossible for me, so I definitely recommend the indicator switch. The other thing that I really like about this car, and what I love about the Japanese cars, is that it comes with everything. Like, there is so much stuff on here. Let me show you what we've got. There's a mirror that dims at night time so you don't get the glare. There's a sat nav.
Route has been calculated. Drive onto a digitized road.
Like, how did we cope?
The route includes toll roads.
How did we cope without sat navs with a really nice big touch screen display? There is also all of the controls on the steering wheel, which are so handy when you're using your hands to drive. So you can answer your phone, it all connects by Bluetooth. There is cruise control, which is amazingly handy if you're driving long distances with your hands. Then like my shoulders and my arms can really begin to hurt, so if I can put it on cruise control when I'm driving along the motorway, that can really help. And then you can also control the sat nav and the radio from here as well. There's a sunroof with a very slow moving screen. This is literally one of my favourite gadgets. There are onboard cameras. It's got 4 cameras. It's got cameras on the doors, it's got a camera in the front, and it's got a camera in the back. So this is the back view at the moment, so we can see behind us, and it can calculate in meters or feet how far you've got to go. And then it's got the parking sensors as well, so it goes beep 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 beep. So that is really handy. I really love that. And it's infrared, so it does work at night as well, just in case you're wondering. The only thing this model doesn't have, which I think would be quite useful, which I have seen other people have, is electric seats, because you need kind of leg power to push yourself forward in a manual one, whereas if you've got electric seats, then obviously it can do it really easily to adjust. So I find it quite tricky to adjust the seat level going backwards and forwards. So that's one thing, but then it is quite an expensive thing. Another really handy thing to know is that if you are registered disabled and you're 16, you can actually apply for your provisional license and pass your driving license at the age of 16 instead of 17. So I did actually start driving when I was 16, and I passed my test 1 month after my 17th birthday, but I cannot tell you how important being able to drive is to me. Like, if I couldn't drive, I would, and I didn't have a car, I would be absolutely stuffed. I wouldn't be able to go and get a bus, because the bus stops are like a million miles away. So are the train stations, and trying to get there in a wheelchair, pushing yourself in the cold and the wet is just ridiculous. So I am blessed that I can drive, and it's given me so many opportunities. I can get out, visit friends, go to work, take my daughter to school, and it gives me the independence that I need. So if you're thinking about driving, or you're nervous about starting driving, then don't be. It is amazing. I learned to drive with BSM in the UK here, and they were absolutely amazing. They had a special qualified instructor who was qualified to teach disabled people to drive, and they had the hand controls, so I could learn on their cars as well, and they were really great. So there you have it. That was my little car tour and how I drive. I really hope that you enjoyed it. Please make sure you give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you are driving and let me know what your kind of favourite gadget is. I think my favourite gadget, obviously aside from the hand controls, has got to be the keyless entry. Also subscribe if you haven't already. I have got so many disability related videos for you to enjoy, and I really hope to see you in my next video. Thank you for watching. Mwah!